Is it? Oh. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Candra H, and I will be leading this psychoeducational group today. We'll basically start. I would like for everyone to introduce themselves and how you ended up here. Would you like to go first?
My name is Ann, and I ended up here through numerous DUIs. I had a history of alcohol abuse, and I was very fortunate my first time too, that since it was just a first time, and I didn't really blow a lot, that not a lot happened. But after this was my third time, and the court wasn't so lenient, and so I'm here.
Well, thank you for being here today.
My name is Terry, and I had a back injury, and I got addicted to opiates, and I started doctor shopping, and was hooked on Dilaudid and Oxycontin, and basically anything I could get my hands on, and it's really hard for me to stay clean now. You know, there's drugs out there everywhere.
Right.
You can get them from doctors or either on the street. And even I could go to my mom's, and they're in the medicine cabinet. So it's really, really a struggle for me to stay clean.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
My name is Pete. I have a long history with heroin, and I have a hard time staying away from it, and it just seems to follow me instead of, I don't know, it seems like I can't stay away from it. I have a hard time just, it just seems like I just can't quit. But I'm trying.
Well, thank you for coming today. Sir?
I'm John Meady. I have used before, but maybe that's why you said this is like psychoeducational. Maybe that's why I'm in this one. I actually was selling to undercover, and they just said, well, continue the program you've been doing anyway. So, same thing. So, this time just instead of using and selling, here in court.
Thank you for coming today. Does anybody know what this group is about? Or would anybody like to take a wild guess into what this group is about?
That's a group I don't know.
Okay. Well, this group is basically psychoeducational. You, just like it says, kind of will be educating, or I'll be educating you on some of the substances that you'll be using or you have used, hopefully, and its effects on the body, what the treatment process will be like, some of the things that you will be able to kind of relate to because you've used some of the substances that we'll discuss in here. There is an array of things that are going on here, but we'll be discussing those things and explaining it. You're welcome to share this information with your family. You're welcome to invite your family so they can kind of understand and learn things about the process and the drug that you're using, or your support system, so they can understand what you're going through. So does anybody want to kind of explain or express something that they know about their drug in relation to maybe an effect that it might have on your body, or something that they might have heard about the drug that you're using? Does anybody want to?
I noticed alcohol over time causes cirrhosis of the liver.
And later in other sessions, we'll have more, we'll explain more about the effects of alcohol and the things that it can cause and it do to you. But just so you understand what this group is about, we'll just be educating you, learning of various things here. To go on a little further, this group is for people who might be ready for change or who might not be ready for change. It's kind of like just very informational, and it can be used at any stage during your treatment process, because you can always learn at any stage in life. The lifelong learner is the ideal person. So you always want to kind of learn, what's going on with you, and kind of understand there are different people put at different stages in here in their process, so you can learn at any stage really. We do have some ground rules in here, and it's all about RESPECT. So just make sure that you're respecting each other, respecting each other's experiences, respecting yourself first and foremost, because it can be a long road for some of you. You have to recognize that none of this is going to happen overnight. And also, please respect other people's time. It's very important that you are on time and that we can begin on time. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just covered?
So things stay private here, right?
It stays very private. Also, one that I failed to mention, the most important one, and it's probably because I just passed out the confidentiality forms, but please respect everyone's confidentiality. Anything that we discuss in here must stay in here. So, do you have any further questions about anything that I just went over?
I do.
Okay.
I was in a group the other weekend, a woman told me she was gonna call the law on me because they're talking about I was gonna hurt somebody.
Okay, well, now there is a side note to reporting. Now, if you do threaten to harm yourself or someone else, I, as a therapist, have to make sure that your health and safety are maintained at all times. And, you know, that is my priority to make sure that that is upheld. So, to answer that,
You got
I
to
have
report.
to do that.
But if we slip up, you don't talk about that.
No, sir.
So
No,
we
sir.
be honest
It's
about that.
strictly
Okay.
to inform you
All right, okay.
about where you are, your treatment process, the substances, and hopefully you'll have a better understanding about what you're engaged in, and what can actually happen if you continue on this path.
I know one thing a while ago when you asked about what do we know about the drug that we're using, one thing that concerns me with opiates is it's easy to overdose. And I've read, newspapers about people overdosing. That concerns me a lot, and that's one reason I'm here.
All right. I guess the avenue that we'll take next time in next group meeting will be we'll just take one of the substances and look at it from, just how it affects you, if that's the drug that you're using, and its effects on the body, how it affects your social life, things of that nature. Is there anything that anybody would like to suggest that we work on in the next group, or that we should focus on and kind of place our attention on?
I want to hear more about marijuana. About how bad it is. I have read that. I know my grandmother just had to have it prescribed to her, and I read something that was saying couples, domestic violence went down when couples were actually smoking. So I want to find out both sides of this, like the goods and bads to this.
And so, with us learning about these different substances, how do you feel it will help you in your recovery process? Does anybody want to answer that?
I'm concerned, one thing that really concerns me is that talking about it may make me want to use more. Is that something that has happened before? What do you guys think?
Well, I've always heard that knowledge is power. So if you don't know, you don't know. But if you do know, you can, especially with HIV and hepatitis, I think you need to know more. We need to know more about
I
that for
agree,
sure.
but I am worried about hearing about.
And this is a very foundational group because it'll lay out the framework for you to have the knowledge, the empowerment to be able to help yourself better understand what you're doing and what you can do next in your life. So you'll be exposed to things. And my job as a therapist is to kind of continue to monitor you all to make sure that this group is appropriate for you. And if ever at any point I feel that you may need something more or less, I will sit down and discuss with you what your feelings are and what direction you would like to go in, just to make sure that you're getting the best that you want for yourself and basically to support your overall well-being.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. But we will get back together on our next meeting, and we will discuss marijuana extensively. And after we do that, we'll discuss it. And if you have any other questions that you would like to bring to the table about any other thing, just feel free to bring those with you as well. But until then, you have my phone number, and just feel free to contact me about anything that you might need. Does anybody have any questions or comments about anything that we discussed today? All right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.